See, the chat box is pretty, it's like very weak. I don't like that. Say something in the chat box. Not something. Say yes. If it's a yes, you got it. Say Y. Not WHY. It's Y. Letter Y. You understood? Say yes. If you didn't, say N. It's very easy. Good, Veda. You don't need to text. I don't want your fingers to waste. Just you rather focus on the session. Good. Good, Saisha. So you got it, right? Now let's move on to the concepts. Now I'll give you this. I just want you to read and tell me the topic. Guys, don't play with any of those tools. Don't worry. I'm recording. All right. So what's the topic? What's the central theme? It's about rogue waves. Very good, Anish. Perfect. So basically, this entire thing which I've just told you right from the first sentence, which is telling an idea, rogue waves. Yes, that's the topic. Until the end, it continues, right? Now you got to know what exactly is the main idea. So in between, anything that comes are just breadcrumbs. Okay. So we don't want breadcrumbs, right? Yes, Mitra, absolutely, that's correct. Rogue. This is absolutely about these waves. Clear? Yes. So keep this in mind. Always tell yourself, okay, idea questions are only general. Baba, I'm not getting into the details. I don't want details and all the drama for me. No survey, nothing. First two lines give you a gist of it, and last two lines are a confirmation. Okay. The last two lines are basically a closing aspect. So how do you make, have you ever made a sandwich? Anyone? Or you just saw your mom making delicious sandwiches for you? How many of you know how to make a sandwich? Achha, this is what, like the richest part, right? I'm not great on the which with this annotation pen, but I'm really good in drawing. So this is your bread, right? And this is the bottom part. Without this, what will happen to your masala, the patties? Okay, wow. I also know what is a bread sandwich. Okay, I asked, how do you know how to make a bread sandwich? Okay. So basically, this is the bun part, this is the patties part, and this bottom, you need to have another piece of bread, right? That's a base. Without that, yeah, Acha Mitra, count you. Oh, very good. Very good, Shabash Beta. So next time I'll visit you. Okay. You watch how I do. So you will be, so if you're really good with your general idea questions, you know how to look for the bottom bread also. Okay. This is also important. This is the concluding part. Without the concluding, this is the topic sentence, right? I already explained what is the topic sentence, what is the concluding paragraph, right? So we have every passage, okay, irrespective of it is SAT, ACT, whatsoever, GRE, GMAT, whichever you're looking into, any passage will have a topic sentence, which is the main idea, the idea of that particular, what? That particular passage? No, that particular paragraph. And every topic sentence has to end, every main idea has to end. So that's called a concluding paragraph, a concluding sentence. So in between, whatever it is, it's all about that information. And we're not looking for information. So drop the detail taking, only pick up the main idea. Am I clear? I hope with the sandwich, you'll never forget this. Okay. Main idea is always on the top bread part. Concluding sentence is always at the ending part, and between is the crumbs. So quickly you can look for your options, because you know nothing is relevant for you if it comes to main idea questions. In between, nothing is relevant for you. Am I clear? Babu, put some Y in the chat box, okay? So that I know that you're clear multiple times. More you tell that you're clear, you're actually, why am I making you say, yes, ma'am, it is clear, because I can't see you, nor you can see me, nor we are in the classroom environment. You are in a neutral environment while I am in the classroom. Actually, I'm sitting in the class. Now, what comes to your mind is, because you're at a relaxed state, I don't know how many of you are actually sitting in a classroom position rather than reclining on your recliner or on your bed, or I don't know how you are. Whichever position you are telling your mind multiple times, yes, I got it. Yes, I understood the main idea question. And you're actually manipulating your mind. You know what? Telling your mind, don't be dumb fellow, let be actor, and you understood about. Now, how do we identify? Of course, as I told you, it's mostly about a person, a thing, or an idea. A prime focus is only on that thing. So you continuously will be reading about it. And there will be a phrase or a word that will be multiple times repeating and you'll easily track out. Okay. So your hint is in the first lines of the passage and the last lines of the, and emphasis is like closing part will be in the last part. Okay, so look at the key points and only focus on the key areas, get the gist, and that's your topic. Now, we already did this. Remember the personality type, like you come to know what exactly is her. You know, this is clearly talking about Japan's most celebrated artist, and she is, though, an exquisite calligraphy. She's primarily known for her calligraphy, and we are basically talking about the first option, which is A. Okay, we did this. And this is what I was talking about, how to identify the main idea from the first and the last passages. If you look into, tell me what exactly this can be. Although dark matter cannot be seen, its effects are visible in the world, and so scientists know it must exist. And the last line, if you read out in the bold font, it was only possible because of the presence of matter that could not be perceived visually. So everything, see, visible visually, right? Some words are like repeating here. What's in the topic, main topic sentence is again being reiterated, like confirmed in the last sentence. This is exactly how you have get confirmation from the first and last lines of the passage and look for those options. Basically, they're saying we cannot see dark matter, but its effects are visible in the world. And that's why scientists know that it must exist. So they are saying, yes, dark matter definitely exists. It's not because we are not seeing it that you cannot simply claim or confirm that dark matter, bullshit, I don't care, it doesn't exist. You cannot say that because scientists are always there, the gatekeepers of truth. They will always be there to find out the truth. So your saying it's gibberish will not work there. Okay, everything has a scientific backing. Everything is backed by evidence. Oh, okay. All right, Mitra. Zist is nothing but, good that you asked. The meaning of zist is nothing but short summary, my dear. Zist. Zist. G-I-S-T. Zist. How many of you had this same doubt? Means short summary. Like, overall, what is this all about? Overall, what is it about? Okay. When you watch, I don't know what you watch. Okay, I don't want to take the name. Fine. You got it right? Mitra, clear? Oh, good. Now that you got to know the how to find your exact answers and where to find, so there are some words also which you have to look for. Like if they are clearly talking, if they are, they say in the options, the words that you have to look for are these big words. You never use big words like the goal, the key, the important, primary, such kind of big words definitely are trap. Okay. And the point is not this kind of expressions in the or phrases in the choices are the direct hint that they're going to be what? Incorrect answers. And also you should look for colons and dashes because they're a great way. They're hints, they're clues. In the very first class, I told you colons, dashes, and of course, comma also will give you a direct hint what the change in or repetition after the colon, whatever you're trying to tell is basically nothing but you're telling the same thing, but the previous sentence has actually made a statement and this is like more elaboration to it. That's it. Okay. So colons and dashes are really helpful in tracking your answers. So my dear, don't try to summarize only, okay, line 1 is this, line 2 is this, line 3 is this. You're not summarizing the information. Rather, overall from this information, what is that essential information giving you? Overall, what is this all telling me? Okay, don't try to come up with the points. Okay, first line I understood, second line misunderstood. No, you're not summarizing the information, rather you're summarizing the entire idea. All right, now let's get this started. Put your thinking caps, use the rule, and be proactive in the chat box. Yes. Hmm. Who is this? Mona, good. Very good. So, good. Yes, Anish, that's correct. Anish, okay, fine. Right. So, that's it. Why do I see only three or four people answering in the chat box? You, Ach, Mitra? No. Veda? No. No. Why is it yes to Anish and no to Mitra? And now you must be wondering what did Mitra mention and not the real answer. Okay, now. So, who would answer this? Yeah, Veda. Why do you think your answer is correct or incorrect or correct? Can you unmute? Veda, you around? Fine, I'll try to explain. So the answer is no. We are not looking at the answer. First, let's understand this. Kente, the traditional fabric of Ghana's Asante people, okay, has evolved into a symbol of many meanings. Many meanings. What does it mean? Many meanings. Many, wide. Not picking up the clues. What's happening? Huh? Evolved into symbol of many meanings. Many meanings, like let's say politically, culturally, African American, honorary, and everything. So what is it exactly telling us? Kente has acquired, evolved, it took over a wide range of associations, wide range, many. That's a direct hint. Okay, that's fine here. Okay. No, we just started the session. That's fine. Anish. All right, so do you get it? So your answer is D. And why not B? Those who have thought of B, many different types of African textiles are used in modern clothing. What is called Kante is in many things. This many is been repeated pretty many times, right? So says so, okay. All right. Though he notes its origin is Ghana's strip woven cloth. Okay. It was actually originated from the so-called strip woven cloth. But Ross says Kente appears just, the name of this so-called fabric is called Kente. But Ross says Kente appears just widely, okay, again, today in Western style tailored. Why do you think Western style means modern? Huh? So you think Eastern style is not modern? Oh my God. Western style tailored clothing and in other ways that make it most recognizably African textile. Where is it talking about modern clothing? Hello, wake up. Where is it talking about it? Yes, it's too detailed. That's again a very good hint. Too much of detailing. We just need a general idea about what this topic is about. It's a topic about that so-called fabric has acquired wide range of associations because it's connected to politically, culturally, Afro-American, and it's very much reputation. It has got a great reputation and everyday usage also. Clear? Now it has nothing to do. So this is completely off topic, by the way. It has nothing to do with the modern clothing. And let's look at A also. Has only been produced specialized weavers. Now again, this information is nowhere in the passage. The origins of Kante are somewhat controversial. Says who? Where is the fact? Where is the evidence? So we are left with D, which is the right answer. Oh, Mitra, you can't say that in your test on your test day, right? That's what. Imagine that you're actually taking a test. Even I'm there. Okay. Even you're in the class. Now these kind of, that's what smart kids make stupid mistakes. Okay, now let's look at another concept within this main idea questions. You will also come across some passages that talk about old idea. So it basically starts. So these are your hint words. If you see any of these words as the passage starts with some of the or many years back, many people thought or believed that, or it was commonly thought, that means it was commonly thought by a set of people of the society, not by the entire world. Okay, so anything, or traditionally it was believed that, or from decades, or in the past, or people thought that, or they assumed that, these kind of phrases or sentences are a direct hint that the passage has old idea in the very first 2 or 3 lines. Okay. Now, what is a new idea? The minute you see but and however, there you go. The new idea starts. The story is absolutely from there. Now the science has come in. Okay. Possibly there was some belief system by people with some naive ideas and all that. They come up with some conclusions. But the minute science enters, everything changes because science believes in evidence. Now, new ideas like however, but, in fact, actually, in reality, and any of these lines are direct indication that there is going to be new idea. Okay. And when you read after the but and however, it is going to be completely new idea, which is going to be what? What is new idea going to do? Will rule this out. Okay. It will try to tell this is positive and this is not so acceptable. Okay. So new idea is always welcomed. New idea is going to prove that whatsoever old ideas are there, that's not true. This is going to be true. Okay. So we will follow the true new ideas because we are all aspiring people. We believe in science. Next. So this is an example. Like if you see, there are so many hints for you waiting to catch your sight, like throughout history. What does it mean? It's a clear indication that's an old idea. Okay. Scientific ideas have evolved as new evidence challenges established beliefs. The geocentric model, prevalent for centuries, see, for centuries means way, way back, depicted Earth as center of the universe. However, look at the reasoning. Look at it. There is a paradigm shift. What does it mean? It's a noun form. What's the meaning of paradigm shift? Everyone, it's a very important word and have to be discussed. So I have asked you what to find out. Paradigm shift. What does it mean, paradigm shift? Yes, come on. Paradigm shift. Huh? Change? Yes. The alternate word for a big change is known as paradigm shift. So how, like, let's say we are talking about AI. AI has literally brought a paradigm shift in the, what you say, the science and technology. So far, everything was going good on a different front. But now, with the invention of AI or the usage of AI in different sciences, in different sectors, there came a paradigm shift in what? In socio-economic conditions, in the people's mindset. So many things changed, right? A big change, by the way. Good. I hope I'm clear now how to identify old and new idea type of passage very clearly. Now, this is completely a SAT-based question. Own it. You have to own these questions so that you don't make mistake. Everything that you answer is going to fetch you. You're coming close to 780s. Plus 10. Okay, be greedy for scores. But have clarity on the concepts also. Yes, write your summaries also. Okay, you need to write your summary. Now, those who haven't marked, oh, answers coming up. Okay. No, Anish, it's not Bhargava. That's correct. Absolutely correct. Yes, Anish. Okay, Vibhas, nah, that's incorrect. Last year, no. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Maha, yes, that's correct. Kundana, absolutely, dear, that's correct. Ha, seems like Anish has took a chance again. And Mitra, that's correct. Abhinav, correct. Now, why is it correct? So those who didn't get it right, let's remember what was it? So where is the old evidence here? In 1934, this itself is an old idea running over here, right? Posited the existence of crystal consisting entirely of, okay, this was all an old idea, okay? The so-called Wagner crystal remained largely conjecture, however, until, see, this, till here, like you can also annotate like this. Now, don't ask me what is annotation. Annotation is like what I'm doing right now using an annotation pen, which will be there as your device. Okay, on your with your test paper, we'll get all these things. Nana, don't do this, Mitra. Kindly don't do that. You can try it by yourself on your screens, okay, after the session. All right, so this still here, it's about the old idea. You can write like this. It's an old idea. And from here, however, is your story change? Until Feng, the so-called guy colleague, announced 2020 means naturally it's the latest one, that they had captured an image of one. Okay, the researchers trapped electrons between the two semiconductors and then cooled the apparatus. Okay, now what exactly is this telling? By inserting, and so these are all the breadcrumbs that you have to pick it up. But by inserting an ultra-thin sheet of graphene above the crystal, the researchers obtained an impression. What's that impression? The first visual confirmation of Wagner crystal. Okay. So previously, they had this existence of crystal consisting entirely of electrons in a honeycomb-like structure. That was what they believed on. But later in 2021, they had captured an image of one. The researchers trapped electrons between two semiconductors and they found that, what did they found? It's of a crystalline structure. So this was ruled out. Honeycomb structure was being ruled out, and now they found it was actually in a crystalline structure. Am I clear? So your answer. Now let's look at B. Researchers have identified innovative new method of working. Nah, there's nothing innovative. They're just doing their job. That's it. Graphene is the most important. No, not at all. It's difficult to acquire. They didn't talk about any difficulty or challenges. They just tried to come up from an old idea to a new idea where honeycomb structure, no more the same. Now it is crystalline. That's a new discovery of the same research. Clear? All right. So your answer is A. Everyone. So any new students joining, please keep your mics on mute. We are working on the main idea questions. So yeah. Is this clear or too glaring? Too blur? Come on, give me a hand. Can you read it? Is this okay with your eyes? Oh, it's blurry, right? Will not work on this. But they're very like it's okay, ma'am, not that bad. Achha. So I got most of the. Please adjust your side. Come closer to the screen. Can't help. Now. The whole paragraph starts with because. So that's irrelevant for us. Already giving a reason. Chalo, everybody can read. So it's manageable. Okay. You have to manage. Since we want variety of questions, right? Now, take a minute. Trap answers are exact wordings you'll find in the options. Remember that. Okay, this is a person based, like I said. Yes, Mona. This is a person based passage. So like I said, there are variety of topics you will get like on social science. Poetry questions will also be there. Literary questions will be there. And this is about a person. Okay. So somebody unmute. Wait a minute. Wait. Kundana, can you unmute? Are you comfortable to unmute and give a reason why you have marked that option, which is correct?
Ma'am, here in the sentence, they have only talked about the whole, like about the central role of her writings, ma'am. But they're not in the these C options. They're giving reasons and the majority what happened, what about her writings in the C option, and
Correct.
at the
Correct.
D.
So I think most of you got the point to remember, the rule to understand the incorrect answers. Any off topics, anything half corrects, anything like exact word to word, or anything that speaks about in other words, but not very specific, too much specific. Okay. So you're not looking for specificity. We are looking for the general gist or like absolutely summary of it. Okay. A very central idea behind this. So any questions? Anybody have any questions? And remember, like I said, the other class that most of the artist type, these are not artist based or art based or music based passages. So this is all about music, right? Finland seasons about the national spirit of Finland in 1920. A composer, Jane Chibelis, is often called the pioneer of political resistance through music. See, music, any literature work by the Hispanic, different ethnicities usually will always get very good praising in SAT or ACT type of passages. Okay, they will never criticize these writers or artists because they're always in praise of them, because one of them will study their work and they try to what do you say, they try to come up with a thesis or about some research work on them, right? So always look for those negative. If there anything that is bashing or not, something that is contrary also, you can eliminate. Am I clear? Because that will never happen. Okay, any option that is contrary to the passage generally is, then it is also something that you have to eliminate. Why, Bhargava? It is B. It has to be A. No, why is it A, B? Okay, you're dancing between A and B. Huh? So anybody who's having dual thoughts like, it can be A, no, it can be B. Now that is super dangerous. You will be in soup. You will be in big trouble. So how will you be in big trouble? Whenever you are like, let's say, let's give grading to it. Okay, this is another way of coming closer to your answer is, let's see which point is more, which paragraph, which of these options are indicating, are there here. If you find like two things, let's say A and B played a central role in influencing the content, let's say where it is. So if it is repeating more than once or twice or thrice, naturally this will be your answer. Let's say this is also there, but only one time, just one time in it has been reflected in the passage. What did I tell you? The so-called characterization or so-called idea, the so-called theory has to be throughout the passage, not just one line and they have nothing to do with it. No. Am I clear? So if you are in two thoughts, let me find out. Let me read A option and B option. Now let me see A wise, the summary is more inclined to A. So I'll go with it. Okay, in the situation where you're not able to decide A or B, you have dual answers. Actually, that comes because you haven't understood the passage well. That's the main thing. Now, things are things, can't help. So you have to look for grading. Okay, I will grade. I'll see which is having more weightage, which choice has more weightage, I'll go with it. Am I clear? Now, this is not that inky pinky ponky types. You're actually reading the passage. You're looking at which concept or which point has more number of times of repetition. Therefore, you will choose that particular option. Am I clear? So don't do this A, B, C, D game. Clear? Clear or not? Chalo, come on. Yes, Veda, good. All right, fine. That let's go for another one, just like that. Okay, you'll enjoy. This is like good for your eyesight. Phew, man. No, I don't think this is workable. Is it workable? I don't want to trouble you guys, and I don't want you guys to leave the panel. I mean, the session. Chalo, Veda. Oh my God, this you guys are like not. So okay, let's excuse this. Okay, even I can't. I'm so sorry I brought this. I'll post this to you guys. Okay, now you do it by yourself. Okay, let's look at the literary passage. So far, you have checked the social science passage and the science related. This is literary passage. Now, over to you guys. These are all fiction passages. You know what's a fiction? You're reading a story, and the story sometimes is only about a character, their emotions, the characterization, events, different events about those characters. How many characters are there? Who is that character? You have to look into, and there are so many big words. Like, seriously, you'll find some very strong words. Test of your vocabulary, actually. Okay. So you got a sense of who is the character. You'll find a lot of transitions also. Look for some punctuations. So what's your answer? Wait, let me see. Anish, why is it C? Acha, most of you with the A part. Okay. Anish, can you unmute and tell me? If you can, let me. Otherwise, no. The other one. Mitra, why is it A? Yes. Can
Ma'am,
anybody unmute? Yeah, go ahead.
because they used a word naming like over the years, which
Okay.
so by that we can say that it is an ancestor thing.
Okay. So that's why you believe that. See, you're lost. Have anybody? Acha, Mona, what's your answer? Mona. Oh, my girl. Mona?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha, Mona, what's your answer?
I
Is it?
chose A, ma'am.
Acha, why? Why is it the same answer? Same explanation? Okay.
Here in the passage, it goes according to the great granny. I
Ah,
mean,
ah.
it explains how their business had developed
Okay.
from
Right.
their
Good.
ancestors. So that's why I chose it.
So you choose that. Unfortunately, that's not the answer, but that's fine. We make mistakes. Now, the next passage, you should be very clear. Basically, you should get a sense of who's the character or what are the transitions and so on, as I tell. So it's about the narrator's family, of course. So somebody has marked, yes, Kundana, that's your answer. No, wait a minute. We gather each day. See, look at the intention behind this. What's running? It's not the granny thing. In our family, the women made the ink. Okay, that's the opener. You're not looking at the opener. You're talking about granny, babies, blah, blah, blahs. In our family, the women made the ink. We stayed home. We all worked. Me, my aunts, everybody, even the babies and great granny had a job of picking out stones. So basically, what is it surrounded? What is the topic surrounded with? It is hinting towards. Yeah. So even the babies, we gather each day. According to the great granny, the studio began as a grain shed that sat. That's all. No, we are not looking at that. Then other descendants made a cellar for keeping the ink sticks away from the heat and cold. And now look, great granny often bragged, our studio is an ink place. A character describes the establishment of her family business by her ancestors. No. You just only picked up the great granny thing. No, it is C. A character expresses pride in the family business, or explains the role she plays within it. Because she's telling, no, great granny, the studio began as a grain shed that sat along the front wall of the courtyard. Over the years, these are all like how the story have developed. Right, Hanvit? Absolutely, Hanvit. So the answer is C, a character. Who is the character? What did I tell you? Look for the characters. What is that character doing over there? She's trying to tell. Finally, what she says, and now look, great granny often bragged. Our studio is an ink palace. Huh. So it's not about the establishment of family business by her ancestors, not at all. It is about a character who's expressing her pride in the family business and explains the role she plays within it. What is she doing and all that? We all stayed home, we all worked. Me, her sister, I think, aunts, cousins, everybody are involved in it. Okay, they take a great pride picking out stones, dried millet. We boil for food breakfast and gather each day in the ink making studio. They're so happy with this whole process. Clear? So don't get lost with too much of details. Just look at, in our family, the women made the ink. We stayed at home. Okay, she's literally expressing in the last lines. And now look, great granny often bragged. Brag means what? When do we brag? Achha, when do we brag? What is bragging, by the way? You know what? My father can swim the English Channel. Somebody says my father can even hide in the English Channel. And he will never come up. He will never float out. To flex, yes. Right? I gave the most easy peasy example that often children do, right? They brag a lot. My sister, my brother, I got this. This is called bragging, like you're telling about yourself a lot. You're boasting about yourself to flex, to show off, you know. So she's basically expressing her pride in the family business. I think I'm clear. And these are some of, so how do you work with literary passages? Look what the character is actually doing in the first two lines and the last two lines. What exactly the character has evolved into or the narrator is telling you. Okay. You be the narrator, become the narrator's best friend and feel as if it is telling you so you can understand each emotion of that passage. You have to walk, my children, okay? You have to walk along the passage. Otherwise, it will never happen. I might sound a bit exaggerated. This is how you have to visualize. The beauty of literary passages is all about visualization because we are all experienced that. All of your prose literature, you know, whatever books you have read in your class 1, 2, 3, until your class 11 and 12, is all the beautiful work of different, different authors, and you read about it. Okay, don't make the mistake of losing the points by not understanding, only picking up those breadcrumbs and then choosing the wrong answers. One more to go. One more to go. Yes, any questions? Okay, go ahead. This is again similar to the character. The narrator is telling something. I have some words over here to make some clarity. Let me work along with you guys. So I have word called hitherto. Hitherto means from here onwards, okay? Or up till now. Clear? Up till now, you aren't aware of something. So you can say hitherto. I'm not aware of this. Hitherto means I am not. So until now, I do not have any information about it. Okay. And there is some more words as we read. So this part, she's a widow. Read some prompt about it so you all understand the story. So she's this pennyman they're talking about, the characterization, how she looks, rather faded. Okay. You should not miss this adjectives. Okay. Based on this description part only, you will have the options. Perfectly amiable disposition. What is it? Amiable means? What does it mean? Amiable? Acha. Good. Perfect, Lasya. Acha. Okay. Well, amiable. So let's make some summary of her characters. She is amiable. That means she is friendly. Okay. Basing on this, you're going to choose your answers. Friendly disposition, a high standard. Okay. And gentility. So she is very gentle. Okay. Right. She is like very calm going or very smart, like pretty sort out kind of. No, wait a minute. We have some more description. A taste for light literature. So she reads, seems like she reads some prose, I guess, some literature, and certain foolish indirectness and obliquity of a character. Okay, obliquity means crossing of something. Okay, quite opposite to something. She had passion for little secrets and mysteries. Oh, she doesn't reveal, I mean, she's friendly, but she has little secrets with her. Okay, but this passion is so innocent. It's not like something very big or dangerous. So something very innocent. And for her secrets had up till then always been an unpractical because her secrets are gibberish, like kids, nothing to worry about. And what is the meaning of adult eggs? Adult eggs, very, very famous in China and other European countries. Adult eggs, basically the yolk and the, what is it? What do we have? Yolk and the whites, right? They are mixed. So they are good for nothing actually. Okay, so you will not get the chick, no chick. There won't be any chick formation, okay? So that those are called adult eggs. So she's something like that. Her secrets are not so dangerous, right? Yes, yes. So basically, she has passion, but all those mysteries are not so big issue or big thing. She was not absolutely veracious. What's the meaning of veracious and ferocious? Ferocious? No, sorry. Veracious. What does it mean? Find out. So many adjectives you can find the meanings. What's the meaning of veracious? Not absolutely veracious. So that's what she said. No, not truthful, right? Speaking truth. So basically, she was not absolutely veracious means not truthful. So basically, she's not, even though because she has those secrets, right? Some silly secrets. So, but this defect was of no great consequence. Let it be, like kids have secrets, but that's not countable. For she had never had anything to conceal because there's nothing so important to reveal to people. She has all this simple things. She's friendly. Achha, somebody answered A. If she's puzzling and mysterious figure, then she cannot be friendly, right? There is no mentioning of puzzling here. She's not confused. She has friendly nature, very gentle, some secrets which are not even considered truthful, and they're nothing like very big issue. So what do you think? Puzzling and mysterious figure is right? Not at all. So what's your answer? Let me check. Perfect. No. Penniman is a passionate reader of novels, says who? Huh? Not B at all. She has a light taste. If she's passionate reader, then you should say avid reader or ferocious reader. But she's not. Just some interest in literature. That too, we do not know if that literature is novels are what type of. So there is no clear-cut hint. Guys, stop doing this ABC game. Okay, that's D. Who has a D? Penniman is romantic and sentimental. Why is she romantic? Because let's say she's not confusing person. Out of these given options, now you are only left to work on these aspects. She's not mysterious, not at all. There is no mention that she is mysterious. Yes, there is a word called mystery somewhere. Where is that? Huh. For little secrets and mysteries, but she's not a mysterious person, like very suspicious kind of, not at all. So A is ruled out. Mrs. Penniman is a passion reader for novels. They're talking about light, taste for light literature. She's not much into any of those, specifically into literature. Novels need not always be literature. Okay. Mrs. Penniman is frequently difficult to get along. If she was difficult, then what is this talking about? Amiable. She's friendly, right? So quite opposite to amiable is somebody you cannot get along, but she is. With perfectly amiable means she is friendly. So this is ruled out. Now you're left with option D. She's romantic. Yes, nowhere mentioned about her romantic things. And the word passion, okay, that can be a clue. Passion can also be romantic. And then, yeah, people who are in, and a certain foolish indirectness, and sentimental. She's like pretty emotional kind of, right? So given with the three above options, none of them qualify or none of them have anything to do with our passage except these three. Somewhere you have to look for a word that matches to romantic and sentimental. Given that all three are incorrect, I would go for option D. Oh, there is no direct evidence, yeah. Let's see, you will not. In that case, let's see. Mrs. Penniman's romantic and sentimental is by, how do we say? A very innocent passion, something related to romance, like love, and quite sentimental, when you are like lost and all that. Foolishness of indirectness. Yes, true, there won't be direct evidences, but with these three options ruled out, you're left with only D. So you have to go line by line like this. Okay. So when you're working with the character or literary passages, kindly make notes. I would suggest make notes for all the passages. Write something of each, like perfectly amiable means very friendly person. Now look for the word, is it there very friendly? We have a word, but see, get along, quite opposite. So this is immediately ruled out. Now look for the other options: high standard of gentility, taste for light literature, and certain foolish indirectness and obliquity of characters. And she is going crossing certain things. Obliquity means we have oblique muscles, if you are familiar with maybe the abdomen, I think, which is going crisscross. So she is a bit opposite to what you are thinking. So yeah, and passion is a word. You can find out what's the meaning for passion, maybe romantic. That's the only word I can relate here is passion. Sentimental, as I keep reading, I understood. Probably that fits. Right. That's with the literature passage. Now let's look at the poetry, a very new entry into digital SAT. Not like since 2023. None during the past old SAT, we never experienced poetry passages. They were only about science, literature, social science, history, and so on, but never about poetry passage. Now this is definitely somebody who would hate poems. You would have to love this. Okay, there is no other way. Now, how do we understand this? I would love to write the beautiful. I would love to write of the brave. So now looking at the four lines, tell me what are the first four lines telling you? What do you understand by that? I would love to write of the beautiful, okay, and also write of the brave. Read the minds of others, note their winning ways, okay. I would not judge. Oh, good, good. He's not judging anyone by their face, okay. Yes, absolutely. So he's clearly telling, I would love to write of the beautiful. Okay. And then he says about the brave, all the other qualities apart from physical looks. He said, no, read the minds of others. So he's not somebody who is judging people by their looks. Got it? By the beauty of their faces. I would not judge. So these are the qualities that he will not judge. He will judge on, he's going to only write about these four aspects. So this directly give you a hint that the writer talks about his unconcerned with the superficial appearances. How many of you agree on that? Yes, Mona, you're right. Saisha, very good. Everybody doing pretty well with the poetry. Seems like you're all good with the poetry aspect. Now let's see one more in that case. No, we do not. Okay, go ahead. Do it by yourself. Yes. Okay. This is a very straightforward question. You can clearly see some of the words that are repeated in the options also. He is not drawing any inspiration from anywhere else except from the nature. It's very clear. Look at the hints. Animals, he's talking about branches, leaves. She believes that mimicking these tiny details from the real world. Okay, good. Nature, real world is nothing but natural world, right? Good, everyone. Why, Mitra? Why is it B, Baba? Shackleton gets most of her design inspiration from the natural world around her. Okay. Acha, 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 okay, okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, in that case, both are correct. There's a small mistake over here. Let me give you the corrected version in the next class. All right. But your answer is correct. The first one, I think B is missed out somewhere. We couldn't, I couldn't put the right page. Okay. Yeah, Hanvit. As per the given, whatever you're reading, B and A both correct, but B option is something else, I guess. Okay, now as we are heading to the next part of our discussion, which is detailed question, but let's stop it over here. Yes, it's most, which is majority. What does it mean, Anish? I didn't get you. Oh, is it? Wait a minute. What did I miss? Yeah, correct. So on that note, B is incorrect. So gets most of her designs. Is she getting most of her designs from the nature? So think on those nine. So what did I tell you? Look for the options which will be like big words, most, many, quality words, quantifying words, most, many, several, multiple, numerous. These are again traps. Okay. Most, many, anything that is quantifying will be trap. Am I clear? Multiple, numerous, plethora, and all these words that talks about the quantity of so-called the word is quantifying something, then it clearly means it's a trap answer. Therefore, your answer A is correct. Thanks, Anish. Thanks for correcting me. All right, so let's stop it over here, right? And then